Fill her up, fill her up. Oh yeah, I love it when it's cloudy like this. Just hope it doesn't rain. So what's up guys, Thumperman back at it. Today I just wanted to talk to you guys about some safety stuff that I've learned over the years of riding motorcycles and then taking motorcycle courses, safety courses. Just a few tips and stuff, especially for new riders or even people who have been riding for a while but haven't taken safety courses. I super recommend. No, but really, I really recommend those courses. They're a lot of fun. They're on little TW 200s and Rebel 200s or whatever, just small motorcycles, but super fun to ride around. If you're learning, it's a great bike to learn on. And if you're not learning, if you've already ridden a motorcycle, it's really fun to just putt around on those things and have a good time. So that's that Honda Civic Type R right there. Split lanes right here. Take a look at that. Civic Type R, dude. $40,000 Civic right there. I hear it's a blast to drive though. Subi! WRX. So one of the things that I've learned actually from a motorcycle safety course that has actually saved me a couple times was lane position when riding on a highway like this. So you got no divider, you got cars coming this way on the other side, just one lane on each side. Something you really want to do, this feels natural, riding on the right side, because you feel like you're giving yourself the most space from the cars. But in all reality, especially if someone's in front of you, the safest lane position you really can be in, especially if someone's in front of you, is right here. And I'll explain that right now. So now, as you can see, there's a little more space, but I can still get across the point that I'm talking about. If you're riding in this position, which is closest to the lane, and there's someone in front of you, those people coming the opposite direction can see your headlight. So they're not going to want to try and pass somebody and come in your lane to pass them if they can see your headlight. However, if you're riding in this lane position, all the way to the right, those people can't see you if there's a car in front of you. And they most definitely, and it's happened to me before, well, they'll come out and they'll try to pass the car that's in front of them in that lane, coming the opposite way, and they'll come right into your lane, oncoming. And I've had times where it looks like somebody's going to come over, but since I'm riding in that position on the closer to the middle part of the lane, they've seen me, so they come over a little bit, they see me, and then they go back. So that's just something that saved me. I gotta get a shorter iPhone cable. This is ridiculous. I'd say probably downshifting correctly would be a huge one. I have a downshifting video actually. I'll go ahead and stick the link for that in the description. That video, if you haven't learned how to downshift in Rev-match on a motorcycle, I strongly recommend you learn how to do that, because that'll help you a lot in cornering and stuff. But I'm gonna go up into the canyons, twisties over here, just to the left of me, and talk about footing position too, because that's another one that I think is important for new riders, especially in canyons or cornering. So when I come up to a corner like this, I'm not going super fast or anything right now, but I leave my toes on the pegs, like the ball of my toes. I leave those on the pegs so my toes aren't hanging off at all. Because what's going to happen is if you come really low in a corner and your foot's hanging off the peg, you're going to scrape your foot before you scrape your peg. That should never happen. Explain that a little more in depth. I'll pull over here and show you where my foot's at. Oh yeah. So guys, just what I'm talking about with the foot positioning. I have my toe set on the peg just like that. A lot of guys will ride like this when they're newer, and they'll stick their toe out like that. So like I said, when you lean over, your toe is just going to be scraping on the ground once you get far down enough in that lean angle. So I put my toe up like that to where the peg is like right here. You can see that. So now that we're in corners, nobody's behind me, I'll show you guys something else. When you're coming into a corner, let's say you're cruising along, you're at a decent speed, and then all of a sudden like something pops up in the road. Natural tendency for someone who's newer at riding is going to be grab the brake right away. Because all you want to do when you see something in front of you that you think you're going to hit, you grab the brake. But another thing I learned in the safety course is, let's say you're coming into a corner like this, you see something, before you brake, come up straight and then brake. So sometimes, I mean, you got to brake quickly. Sometimes you might not have time to downshift. A good way to practice this, like in the safety course, they put like a cone or some type of thing in the road to where you go through the corner and then you have to stand up and brake really quick. So you're leaning, and then you see something. What you want to do is you want to come upright, and while you're upright straight, that's when you want to slam on the brakes. So clutch and then brake in, just like that. There's no one behind me, so I could do that. But so you want to practice that really braking when you're newer. So I would recommend coming onto a road similar to this one where there's no one in front or behind me, and just practice your braking. I'm doing 60, you know, just clutch in and grab the brakes. And just see how fast you can slow down, you know, safely. And it gives you a feel for your bike and what your bike can handle. So there's nobody behind me again. I'll show you in this corner up here. So I'm coming from the outside to the inside, and I say, oh crap, I see something. I come up straight, and then I brake fast, just like that. So basically what I'm showing you is not to brake in a turn, because braking in a turn, especially grabbing the front brake, is the worst thing you can do while you're leaned over, because you're gonna go down, especially when there's big rocks in the road or freaking potholes like that one. I think engine braking is a big one. We can talk about engine braking. I almost never use the brakes unless it's like I'm going really fast and gotta slow fast, because the engine brake on this bike is phenomenal. So if you're going super fast and you want to slow down, let off the throttle, engine brake, I mean, we're talking, it really forces you back, the compression on this bike. So if you have a bike that doesn't have a lot of compression, it's going to be a little different, obviously, but it's still going to slow you down. But yeah, basically what I'm doing when I'm using the engine braking, I should say, is I downshift and I just let the bike slow me down. So, for example, for this corner, instead of using the brakes, it's a slow corner, but and the bike's slowing me down, as you can see that. I went from 60 to 50, now it's 45. It slows me down quite a bit without touching the brakes. So see, it's 65 right now, 60, 55, 45. I mean, it slows down quite a bit just from downshifting, which is also going to save your brakes in the long run too. And if you rev match correctly, you'll also be saving your clutch. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to talk about like a couple different safety tips that I've learned over the years that have helped me, and hopefully it can help you, or if you guys are newer riding, or if you've been riding and you just never taken a safety course, hopefully something that I said today can help you out to get you out of a dangerous situation or steer away from a crash. Nobody wants to lay their bike down. So yeah, guys, if this helps you at all, give it a thumbs up. If you want more videos, you know, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. You know, I like to hoon around, I like to have fun, and if you're in the Southern California area, by all means hit me up. I'm down for a ride. So until the next video, guys,